Morning, it's Sunday. This is my version of model cars and flavored berry water. Yeah, I should have been doing more this morning. I should have been out. I intended at 9 a.m. to get some yard work going. And here it is, like going on 10:30ish. But I want to make this video real quick and then get out there and do something before it gets too hot. Because here in Northeast Ohio, it's supposed to get really nasty this week. It's supposed to get in the 90s and very muggy, and even today. So I want to get at least something done, a little bit. Then I got to go run some errands for my mom and stuff like that. Yeah, I want to show you some stash ads. Let's get the, as you can see, my table, bench, whatever, is a pigsty right now. I'm trying to get as many diecasts done for the auction. Now, in my last video, none of these custom diecasts are going to Ukraine. They're going to Naztalgic. Look them up on YouTube. Naztalgic. Naztalgic instead of nostalgic. He's a good man from the Ukraine. He's in Philly now. He's been living in Philly for quite some time. But since the war started, he holds auctions on his channel. And he, people bid on diecast customs and supers and other rarities and other toys. And he also accepts donations that whole toys, box toys, and other items that go to the Ukraine. But at the auction, all the proceeds go to volunteers in the Ukraine. So anyhow, I'm working on those. I got a bunch over here. I'll show you some of them. But I picked up this online. Actually, I forgot. I bid on it. Or I think I used to buy it now. I made an offer on it. And got a pretty good deal. It's open, but it's all there. It's got the side draft Weber carb thing, and got the custom hood, and the stock hood's in there too, as you can see. You can build it either way. It's a 2-in-1. Yeah, it's all there. I can't remember what I even paid now, but I bid on it, or like I said, made the offer, and he accepted. And I forgot I even bought it. And then I think Thursday, he emailed me and was apologizing, saying, "Oh, I'm sorry, I was on vacation. I just got back, and I'm going to ship it today." And I'm like, "Ship? Oh, yeah. I forgot I even ordered it." And it said Monday was arrival date, but it showed up yesterday. So, yeah. So I got that to add to my addition. And then Tom, at the hobby shop, when I was in there last Saturday, he said, "Hey, the Mobius Mercury truck will be here Tuesday." I said, "Okay, great." So, Tuesday comes and it's getting near lunch hour. So I give him a call to make sure it's there, because I don't know what time his deliveries show, whether it's early morning or early afternoon. And he goes, "Yeah, I just got a box. Let me see what's in it. I'll call you back." So, because it was like about 11:45, and he calls me back like 5 minutes later and says, "Yeah, it's not the Mercury. It's a Revell. It's a 2022 Stingray." I said, "I'll be over." So I ran over at lunch hour and picked up one of these. And let me tell you, I went through the parts. I'm not going to unbox it here because plenty of people already have, and there's already some builds online. Oh God, yeah, it's a really nicely looking detailed kit. Very nice. Very high quality looking build, and parts and layout and instructions are, it's got the Revell of Germany instructions in this one. And yeah, if you get yourself one of these, do yourself a favor and look up online the different color options there were. This is a 2022, so you may have to look up 2022 factory colors. There's some really cool 24 colors that are exclusive. I'm sure every year has its exclusive colors. And then, of course, on Wednesday, because when I was there Tuesday getting the vet, he goes, "Oh, yeah, by the way, the Mercury will be here tomorrow." So I called him again just to make sure his delivery showed. I ran in at lunch hour and picked up this. Now, yeah, it's just the F100 basically, with a new hood and new tailgate and new side emblems. The hubcaps are the same. Now here they're showing them painted. They're still the chrome hubcaps with that Ford emblem. Now I went up and down the internet looking for 68 M100 hubcaps, and I couldn't find them. And if I did find anything, they had the same symbol. So I don't know if the Ford and Mercury hubcaps had the same center symbol or if they're different. Hopefully somebody on eBay, because I even went to eBay and looked for them. When I looked for Mercury hubcaps, M100, I got full wheel covers like for cars. I couldn't, find specifically for the pickup, the dog dish style, if they have the same center emblem or not. So, I don't know. I'm assuming maybe. But anyhow, let's show you some customs here real quick. Yeah, Nas is watching this. Let me get some light on it. You're going to get a preview of some of these. Now, a lot of these are quickie customs. I do a couple different styles. I do ones where we get the wheel swap and stuff. But here's a 83 Silverado. Let's see if we can focus here. Come on. Jeez, this thing does not want to focus. But yeah, it's got a two-tone green with pearl overcoat. Come on, focus. There we go. I got so much busyness behind me on the table here, it's probably losing its mind. I didn't do nothing to the underside, but it is drilled and tapped, and screwed. And there we go. But that's one of them. So, in other words, if any of you like any of these and want to own one of these, go to Naztalgic and he's going to have an auction. It may be on his channel. Sorry for the camera movement there. It may be, whatchamacallit, on Whatnot. He may have a couple on each. But, yeah, this is the little Fast and Furious tuned Charger I redid. It was black. Now it's not. Did it up in red. Painted the grille and the headlights and the little blower butterflies. But there's that one. Here's the tuned Porsche in what Tamiya calls light red metallic, but it's more of a rose pink. And I did some black wash in the vents and the door seams and stuff like that. And painted the tail lights and the bumper and marker lights and headlights. Gave it some quick detail. This is the Mazda. The little, I think it's MX3 or RX3. Let's look. Blah, blah, blah. RX3. The R was probably for rotary. But same basic color as that, but I don't think I put the pearl on it. I think it's just the green with the regular clear. And I painted the chassis base. Well, not the chassis, but the interior of these flares with a metallic black. And, of course, did some marker lights and stuff like that. The tail lights. A little bit of bare metal. Then I just put the clear amber and the red on there. For the tail light area, I did the VW Golf, aka also the Rabbit. In America, they were the Rabbit. In Europe and everywhere else, they were the Golf. But yeah, painted the grill and did some bare metal there to round it, and door seams, painted the interior. That's another one. These are all going to be going to you, Nas. I'm going to finish a few more and get these out to you in a bit. This is the tuned Silverado, metallic red. Same basic thing. These didn't get wheel swapped or nothing. But just painted some details and gave them some nice glossy. I did... God, there's so much crap on my bench here. Did a couple of these little tuned Baja Bugs. One in like a burnt orange metallic. Did the fog lights up on top. 2 amber, 2 white. And this one also 2 amber, 2 white, but the reverse order. And, painted the tail lights, and the engines are chrome painted with Revell chrome. And painted the interiors black because they were chrome. I didn't care for that. We have a light blue with a pearl overcoat. You can kind of see the flakes in it when the light hits it just right. So I did those little fellows. In fact, I got to blow some black paint down. I hollowed out the exhaust on these too. Both of these were solid. So I drilled out those exhaust tips on both of them. I got to put some black paint down in there to make them look a little more deep. This is the old tail dragger. This is a newer version because it has the chrome chassis. I have a couple of the old versions. Well, here's one right here. This version doesn't have a screw here because that metal grill holds the front on. It wedges up in the body. Whereas this one has the screws on the plastic chassis. However, I painted this one metallic green, glossed it up real nice, painted the interior, and the headlights. It doesn't have any tail lights, so it never did. And yeah, I just gave it a little bit of customization. And then we got to the purple passion, which is no longer purple. It was purple with green flames. But, you know, now it's that burnt orange with a pearl overcoat. But I fogged gold and metallic black over top of it and around the side from different angles, all with a rattle can. And I got some clear red for tail lights. They're really hard to see, but they're there. But yeah, it's all glossy and shiny, and you know, it really has a lot of color to it. With the pearl, it kind of changes. It can actually look green at times. See, and it got a little bit of dark green tint to it from the pearl and the gold and the copper. So there's that one. And there's this one. It ain't perfect right there, but it is what it is. But this was a premium Hot Wheel. Yep. I had these decals from a model car I put on there. But yeah, white, gray, and red. And I think it's just standard clear on there. But yeah, all these are going to be available at his auctions. So go to Naztalgic and yeah, on YouTube there, and watch some of his videos, his more recent ones, and he'll of course he's been given previews of all the other donations he's got. You know, whether they're customs or they're you know, boxed cars or whatever. He got quite a bit. So he's going to be holding a few auctions rather than one, because if he had one, it would be on for like 2 days straight. So he's going to hold a few shorter ones. You know, like I said, some are going to be on Whatnot. Some will still be on his YouTube channel. And so be it. There's a few others I'm going to try to get done here. I'm going to have to put the diecast aside soon and ship these, because I have the Mars Garage Rust Bucket group build that is supposed to be done at the end of September, and it's already getting near the end of August, so I may kind of cease on some of these for a while and get back on the model kits. I then come back to these for one of his other auctions, because he's going to have plenty. But yeah, I got a couple of the custom Camaros. They're like kind of like a drift car. I just painted this one yesterday. I got to do some details, and it's going to get cleared. It's that very dark blue. It's almost black at times. And this is that tuned, those new little tuned die cast. Yeah, I repainted it. It was gray primer with flames. Now it's a Bahama blue. It's a GM color. It's been cleared. I just got to do the bare metal trim around the windows, bare metal the taillights and paint them, and the exhaust tips, and put it back together. I found a unique thing on these, though, however. If anybody else decides to do one of these as a custom, the window, at least on the Camaro, was riveted in. So I had to drill the rivet out. Well, however, because of that, when you go to put the chassis back in, you're definitely going to have to use a good crazy glue. And by the way, for those that don't know, crazy glues are okay, or super glues, but you want to get this stuff. Now, this is Bob Smith Industries version, but my local hobby shop put his name on it. But you want to get this stuff here. The gold with the black cap. It's not super thin, it's a medium viscosity, and it doesn't fog. Now, I know Nas and a few other people, they occasionally use crazy glue, but that'll cause that white, frosty, foggy effect. This stuff doesn't. And even then, it may, if you use too much. What I've learned when using super glues, if you are going to use them sparingly and leave it like that until it's dry, or use some accelerator to dry it quicker. Always put it like that, or if you're gluing it on the top, put it upright. Reason being is if you glue it now and flip it over, those fumes have nowhere to go, and it's more likely to cause that white frosty look. If you put it that way, the fumes could at least, drift upwards, and it won't frost as bad. But if you use this stuff in the first place, the gold, it shouldn't frost anyhow. But like I was saying, yeah, I'm going to definitely have to glue this window unit in, because otherwise when I go to put the chassis on and screw it, it's going to pull the window unit down and out, and the chassis will never sit up in there. So I'm going to put some glue on the top of that window unit and around where the rivet is, and press it back in there really good. Not so much that it squeezes out here, just enough to tack it in there. Then I'll tack, these edges lightly, because like I said, it's holding the chassis on. Now, I'm not sure if that's on all the tuned cars and trucks, if anybody's going to customize them, but just remember that if you got to drill that, if the posts are part of I've never seen that, a window unit that's part of the post that holds the chassis on. So they're screwed on, the chassis are, but you definitely got to screw that window unit in or glue it in, depending on which. This is I only have 2 tuned cars. I have that one, and I have the Silverado, which I'm leaving as is for now, because the tail lights, you can't feel them. They're only tampos. So if I strip one of these, I'd have to get decal, or I'd have to scribe some taillights into the metal, because I don't feel them at all. I think they're just tampoed on. But I'd have to get one of these apart and see if the window's... Yep, that window's riveted in. I could see it now. So that may be on all their cars. So if anybody's customizing those, just remember that. Then I got the Hero had a Merc, which is collecting dust. It's going to get cleared yet. I got to do the bare metal trim. That Buick side trim they put on it, and the window trim and all that. And it's going to get cleared. So that's going to go for the customs too. So anyhow, yeah, that's it. I got a couple others. I mean, I'm working on so many here. I did this little Fiat in this magenta pinkish color, but some of these may not be done in time to get them out there. I got another V-dub van. It's going to get two-toned. I got the silver on it last night, so I'm going to mask it off later and do the second color. I had it done up in another scheme. It was going to be that electric car. If you look around online, you'll see the decals. It says, "Remember, kids, electricity will kill you." And it's, do I even have any left? No, yeah, there's none left. It had the logo of the little electric guy with the light bulb, and he had a knife in his hand. He's got his hand around a little boy. He's about to stab him. And it said, "Remember, kids, electricity will kill you." I don't know if it's a legit thing from the 50s or 60s or not, but I bought the decal set. I painted this one here, It was painted white. And I put the decals on it, and they laid down really nice on the sides, on the roof and everything. And I let them dry while I was at work. Came home and I cleared it and lifted the decals up. It looked horrible. Like the middle of the decal looked fine, but all the edges raised, and you could actually feel them. I wanted them to drown in the clear, and, coated under it. And I'm like, well, nope. So I stripped it, and I'm going to go with another direction on it. Oh, excuse me. So much for that. And then, yeah, I got this one here. Gonna get some detail yet, and all that good crapola. But yeah, model-wise, I'm kind of like, whatchamacallit. I haven't been doing much on those this week because I've been focusing on all these die-cast. And, so hopefully I'll get to more of these today. And, all that good stuff. But I'm going to get my butt moving here. It's already been 20 minutes. Holy crap. Oh my God, this day's going fast. It's supposed to get really hot and muggy later, so I want to get at least some of the lawn cut. Because I know I'm not going to want to do it after work this week. After I work every day, there ain't no way I'm going to touch it. So I'm going to go out there and basically I'm mulching some twigs and leaves more than I'm cutting grass. And then I got to run out to my mom's and take her some stuff she needs. And the rest of the day, excuse me, I'll probably be in here. So, hey, everybody have a good day. I will talk to you later. And thanks for watching. Bye-bye.